The extension of cross-border cooperation and a stronger bargaining position in the European Commission and the Union is the main purpose of the joint grouping. The signed agreement on cooperation among 7 border regions is expected to benefit people and businesses in the South Bohemian region.
The emergence of this big Euro region, which includes more than 6 million people, results in much better organisation in the context of allocating finances.
The politicians signed the treaty in a symbolic way when sailing on the Danube. The process of the new European region formation, called Dunaj-Vltava, was being prepared for 4 years. 7 border regions will strive to enhance their competitiveness in the European Union by implementing a common approach.
It is very important for us to perform a stronger marketing strategy, and also we can mutually develop our economy.
More financial support used, for instance, for culture and education should come to the region from Brussels.
We chose the right time for establishing the new European region because we are at the beginning of the planning period.
Upper Austria is an especially strong partner for South Bohemians. Our region has selected 2 areas for cooperation within the Euro region: tourism and transport infrastructure.
For example, to promote the important backbone transport network in the EU.
For better connection, people need the D3 motorway and especially the R3 2-lane expressway leading to the border with Austria. The Pilsen region will manage tourism development. In the future, the South Bohemian region is planned to be connected with Bavaria and Upper Austria by new cycling routes. The European region Dunaj-Vltava established 7 bordering regions with 6 million inhabitants. Its aim is to enhance cross-border cooperation and primarily the common approach in the European Union in many areas.
We expect from our cooperation higher pressure on Brussels.
Together, these regions have great chances to obtain European funding. The South Bohemian region chaired the working group for transport. Together with its partners, the region listed 5 pilot projects.
These must surely include the 4th transit rail corridor or the continuation of the expressway in the direction of the borders, or even the interconnection with the Lower Bavaria through Straszny.
The joint application for European funding is now awaiting approval in Brussels. The South Bohemian presidency in the European region Dunaj-Vltava ends after 1 year.
I'm very glad that for the period of our presidency in the Euro region, we have succeeded in launching these issues, and that we are passing on the presidency to the Upper Palatinate, with the fact that the bar is pretty high.
Representatives from 7 regions assembled at the committee meeting in Česká Budějovice. The Upper Palatinate is the presiding region in 2014.
We expect that we will succeed in moving the aims of the Euro region even further. South Bohemia has done a great job, and we hope to make the position of the Euro region in Europe even more advantageous.
As it was heard during the Euro region Dunaj-Vltava committee meeting, there are 30 long-term and 7 short-term projects. The Upper Palatinate is awaiting a few tasks. We will work intensively in the areas of mobility, renewable energy, tourism, and transport. Transport infrastructure remains a key topic for South Bohemians. The vast majority of people wishes to have better and faster connections to Linz, Austria, and Passau, Germany. The delegation of South Bohemian mayors arrived in Brussels shortly after 10 o'clock in the morning. The program started with a tour of the historic center and a short introduction to the local history.
History is a big hobby of mine, so it was one of the items in the program I was really looking forward to. I'm a big patriot, and South Bohemia is full of wonderful sights. And so today, when I perceive Brussels from the perspective of heritage preservation, I have to say, our place is nicer. I'm here for the first time, and to tell you the truth, I was glad to be given this opportunity, because I'll take it as a chance to meet new people, not only from the Czech side, but also from our neighbours.
After the city tour, the delegation visited the seat of the permanent representation of the Czech Republic in the European Union. The governor of the South Bohemian region, Mr. Jiří Zimola, together with MEPs, launched the charity exhibition called Wings of a Butterfly. The pictures were there not only to be admired, but also to be purchased. These paintings were made by the little patients of the Children's Hospital of České Budějovice. In the next few days, the South Bohemian mayors are expected to attend the European Region Danube-Vltava Conference, followed by a discussion with MEPs directly in the European Parliament. In Germany's Amberg, a large European Region Danube-Vltava conference was held in the autumn of 2014. More than 100 participants were welcomed by the President of the Assembly of the Upper Palatinate, Mr. Franz Löffler.
A great strength is hidden in this region, and we need to show our potential that we can take advantage of it. We want to announce to the metropolitan regions that we also have the strength and the scope for investment.
In the next few years, interconnection of 7 regions and federal countries should bring their European region revenue for spending on important projects. European Region Danube-Vltava has been in operation for 2.5 years.
I have a feeling that, especially during our South Bohemian presidency, expert opinions and expert groups have been launched.
At the conference, discussions took place on the 7 knowledge platforms. The South Bohemian region chose as the major and most notable problem the issue of transport. Our region chairs this area in the European Region Danube-Vltava.
I think as I was looking at the conclusions of those individual knowledge platforms that we have seized this issue and we can now identify the trouble that affects this entire European region. From the South Bohemian regional point of view, I consider the D3 motorway to be the most important project.
36 experts on transport designated strengths and weaknesses of the region. Jiří Klasa from the South Bohemian Regional Office described the situation and the existing work on the project at a conference in Amberg.
This presentation could serve to gain support for the identified projects across all of the 7 regions. This way we will receive more power for their implementation.
The governors of the European Region Danube-Vltava will strive jointly to promote projects in the 7 areas. The basic goal is a high-quality transport infrastructure, which, unlike Austria or Germany, is lacking in South Bohemia.
At this point, the Czech Republic must show some more initiative and build the appropriate roads in South Bohemia. However, we have already set the priority routes.
Thanks to the European Region Danube-Vltava and the power of its partners, the South Bohemian region can put pressure not only on the central authorities,
but also, in particular, towards Brussels in order to obtain European funds for these important backbones and line transport constructions.
Cross-border cooperation also applies to specific railway projects. In the Czech Republic, the 4th corridor on the route from Prague to České Budějovice has been under construction.
Within the ERDV, we strive to have the last section, which is next on the list, Nemanice to Ževetín, being built at the quality for the speed of up to 160 kilometers per hour.
At a conference in Amberg, it was said that the Austrian party was preparing a feasibility study of the corridor in the railway section Linz-Summerau. The Euro region Danube-Vltava also includes the Vysočina region, which selected another key topic.
We went for the labour market, as we see it as a fairly significant issue for our region. Other areas, such as education, are connected to this topic.
The connection of 7 regions and federal countries in the Euro region Danube-Vltava is an opportunity to better compete with the metropolitan areas such as Brno, Vienna, and Munich.
Contacts are essential in the cross-border cooperation. So far, we have had contacts for Lower Austria, and we managed to establish more contacts in Upper Austria and Bavaria. So we definitely highly appreciate this opportunity.
7 regions from 3 countries cooperate in the area of education, which is closely related to the labor market.
I think that one of the most important topics is definitely cooperation of universities, where students are. They are our target group.
Our joint school projects are very interesting for Austrian, Czech, and German students.
We're trying to inform these target groups about the education opportunities in our European region.
Young people study at foreign universities. There could be more students if the Euro region Danube-Vltava manages to get funding from Brussels. It would also help scientists.
I'm absolutely sure about it. Research is in progress. We have to come up with other innovative products. There's a number of options of how to implement these research projects. Together, we can implement them in an easier way.
The European region Danube-Vltava is an example of cross-border cooperation. Dozens of experts from Austria, Germany, and the Czech Republic are preparing various projects.
We're talking about motorways, railway transit corridors, airports. We're talking about the cooperation of universities and business clusters. But all that is simply based on the natural understanding of our neighbours.
We are partners who will talk to each other beyond the ERDV conferences. Together, they will apply for the European funding used for major cross-border projects. The first results are likely to occur in the years 2015 and 2016.